Welcome back to Scioto Down Spotlight. Now on this show we talk to a lot of people involved in the industry, owners, trainers, drivers. We've even talked to a horse. We found one fellow, Jeff FOUT, who is our Pepsi personality this show, who is an owner, trainer, and driver. And you know that keeps him pretty busy. We ask him why he does it.
I enjoy training horses. It's a lot of fun for me, and plus about half the horses in my stable I own myself, so somebody's got to train them, so I might as well pay myself to do it instead of someone else.
Well, so many people, John Campbell, Bill O'Donnell, a lot of the top drivers, they used to train a big stable, and as their catch driving caught on, they just found it took up too much time. Do you ever look back and think, well, if I had concentrated just on driving, where you would have gone with your career?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The catch driving is basically the easy way to do it because you have no expenses, you know, no output of your cash. Everything just comes in. You don't have to put anything out. But I enjoy training, and like I say, the most money that I've ever made in my life is with horses that I've owned myself for actually amount of dollars that I can put in my pocket. So I enjoy that part of it, so I'm going to continue to do it as long as I can make money at it.
Well, that's another thing that's a little bit unusual. A lot of trainers own a piece of a horse or occasionally half of one with somebody, but not too many own a lot just on their own, because that can go bad as well as good.
Oh, it's a crapshoot for sure. I've bought horses for myself that were terrible, but I've also bought horses for myself that have made me a lot of money. So it keeps me doing it. Plus, this business is good to me, so it doesn't hurt for a guy like me, or actually more people like me, to maybe put something back in the business as far as giving some money back to the people that support you and raise horses and things like that.
Well, you buy mostly yearlings. What's the most you ever spent for one?
Around $25,000.
And what's the most one ever made you?
Just a little under $200,000. See, so you can see the trade-off is pretty good. You know, you can afford to buy a couple stinkers in there when you get a couple that make you some money.
And that horse that can make you $250,000 is the one that keeps you going back to the sales every year.
Absolutely. It's almost like a big tease sometimes, you know, where that one made you money, so the next year you go buy a couple more, and then they stink, but you still have good memories of the one that made you money, so you go back and try again. And I know that as being an owner myself, I can't go buy just like 1 or 2 yearlings a year and expect to make money. So, I mean, it really is a game of numbers. So that's why I try to keep it up around 5, 6, 7, 8 horses to give myself more chances.
Well, now, how many do you have here this summer?
That I own myself, I think I own probably all or parts of about 8.
And what's your total stable?
17.
17?
So it's almost half.
And most of them are young horses?
They're all young horses. I don't deal with aged horses. They got to be a really top horse for me to keep an aged horse around. Usually by the time after the 3-0 season, we sell them and just concentrate on the young ones again.
But then there you are back to the crapshoot. It takes so long to get them ready. So many things can happen to put them on the sidelines. How do you have the patience to wait on those 2-year-olds to get to the races?
I've been married 5 times. You got a lot of patience. You learn to be patient. It's.
I don't know if that's a virtue or not.
No, I don't know either. It's, you know, I personally don't want a horse that's going to race well all summer and make me 15 or 20,000. I want to take a chance with the young horses that can make you that 100,000 or 150 or whatever. You know, it's just I'd rather take a gamble that way than have something that I know is going to race week in and week out, and you know, get your wins and your thirds and fourths, and adds up to a little bit of money there. I want to take a roll. It's like playing the lottery. I want to take a roll for bigger money.
Now, it's a team effort here in the FOUT stable. Doug Jones is your trainer. Chris is a workhorse if I ever saw one. How does actually the balance of power work in here?
Well, my wife lets me think I'm the boss, so that's always helpful. It's a pretty good deal. Obviously, all the buck stops with me, but my help have freedom to make decisions and to put input, you know, into what we're doing with the horses, because I don't consider myself a genius, and anybody that's been around horses a lot, everybody has a little idea. So it's a cumulative effort between the help and my wife and Doug and the people that take care of the horses. I'm blessed with really good help there, and it takes all that little bits of information together. Then obviously the final decision's up to me, though. So I got to take the boot if it's wrong.
You've been coming to Scioto and other Ohio tracks for a long time. You winter in Florida. What is it about racing here that makes you come here rather than saying trying the big purses in Dover or going the big time at the Meadowlands?
Well, first off, most of my owners and partners, which there's both, they're from this area. So just like any other person that owns a horse, you'd like it around you when it's racing, so they can, you know, that's part of the enjoyment, is going out and seeing your horse race and, you know, betting and having dinner in the clubhouse and things like that. And plus, I'm from this area. I'm Ohio born, and that just keeps kind of drawing you back. Plus, the racetrack itself, I like being here. The people are nice. They treat you well. It's a nice, clean establishment. You know, there's not much trouble around here. It's just a good place to be. I feel comfortable here, and I have some nice clientele that I drive for here too that really supplements my income nicely, so I kind of stick with that.
Now you are closing in on 14 million in purses lifetime, 3,000 wins. What's out there that you still want to accomplish, and where's Jeff Fout 5-10 years from now?
To answer your second half, 10 years from now, I mean, obviously I can't do this forever. I mean, because it's a young man's game. 10 years from now, I'll be too old, you know. So hopefully I can make enough money that I can maybe trim back and just maybe train a couple for myself, or maybe do nothing, maybe just go fishing if I can make enough money. I'm real happy with the things that I've attained in this business. I'm pretty lucky because not many people can have a job that can make you good money and it be a lot of fun at the same time. I mean, most jobs that make money, they're not like, you know, other people have hobbies to have fun. Well, this is my job and my hobby all rolled into one, and it's definitely a luxury in this day to where you can do something that is a lot of fun and make money at the same time.
And how about any race you really want, or any kind of horse you want that you haven't had yet?
Not necessarily. I don't really set goals for that myself. You know, I just want to have fun and make money. And I mean, I've been lucky. I've won the Heat of the Jug, and I've won stake races at the Meadowlands, and almost every track in the country I've ever raced at, I've won some kind of stake race. And so I've been lucky that way. I think that if you sit there and say, well, boy, I'd like to have me a Hamiltonian winner and things like that, that's, you know, there's only one of those a year. And so in the last 10 years, there's only been 10 of them. And out of the thousands and thousands of horses that are available, it's kind of foolish to think that you're going to like chase that one down. So I don't concern myself with that. I just want to get the best and the most out of what I got.
Well, it's certainly good to see somebody that really enjoys what they're doing. You're an asset to us here at Scioto Downs, and one thing he could do for a second career is stand-up comedy. You have a good meet.
All right, thank you very much. And back to you, Geraldo.